This podcast is for educational purposes only and is intended for medical professionals. It does not provide medical advice or establish a provider-patient relationship. Always consult a qualified healthcare provider for medical concerns. While we strive for accuracy, medicine evolves, and listeners should verify information with trusted sources. Views expressed are personal opinions and do not reflect any organization's policies. Listener discretion is advised, and we assume no liability for reliance on this content. All rights reserved. Unauthorized use is prohibited. Welcome to Pathora Medicine in 5 Minutes, where we simplify complex medical topics quickly, clearly, and maybe even a little fun. Today, we're diving into celiac disease and food intolerances, two common but often misunderstood conditions that affect gut health and nutrition. Whether you're a medical professional, a resident, or just medically curious, stick around as we cover what they are, how to diagnose them, and how to manage them, all in under 6 minutes. Celiac disease, an autoimmune disorder. What is it? Celiac disease is an autoimmune disorder triggered by gluten, a protein found in wheat, barley, and rye. When gluten is ingested, it causes an immune-mediated attack on the small intestine, leading to inflammation and villus atrophy. This results in malabsorption of nutrients. Who gets it? Genetically predisposed individuals linked to HLA-DQ2 or HLA-DQ8, more common in Caucasians and women. Often associated with other autoimmune diseases like type 1 diabetes, thyroid disorders, and autoimmune hepatitis. Symptoms of celiac disease, more than just GI issues. Gastrointestinal symptoms, chronic diarrhea or steatorrhea, fatty stools, bloating, gas, and abdominal pain, nausea and vomiting, weight loss, and malnutrition despite adequate intake. Non-GI symptoms, iron deficiency anemia, due to malabsorption, dermatitis herpetiformis, an itchy, blistering rash, fatigue, depression, or brain fog, bone pain and osteopenia from calcium and vitamin D deficiency, peripheral neuropathy from vitamin B12 deficiency, delayed puberty or infertility. Diagnosis, how to confirm it, serologic testing first step, tissue transglutaminase, TTG, IgA antibody, highly sensitive and specific. Deamidated gliadin peptide DGP antibodies, useful for IgA deficiency. Endoscopic biopsy, gold standard, shows villus atrophy, crypt hyperplasia, and intraepithelial lymphocytes. 3. Genetic testing, HLA-DQ2 and HLA-DQ8 testing rule out celiac disease if negative, but a positive result doesn't confirm it. 4. Important note, patients should remain on a gluten-containing diet during testing to avoid false negatives. Management, a gluten-free life. 1. Gluten-free diet, GFD. Avoid wheat, barley, rye, and cross-contaminated products. Focus on naturally gluten-free foods like rice, quinoa, corn, fruits, and vegetables. 2. Nutritional support. Supplement iron, folate, calcium, vitamin D, and B12 as needed. Correct electrolyte imbalances or dehydration. 3. Monitor symptoms and antibodies. Follow up with TTG IgA levels to confirm diet adherence and healing. 4. Treat dermatitis herpetiformis. Dapsone provides rapid symptom relief, but a gluten-free diet remains essential for long-term control. Food intolerances, a different beast. What are they? Food intolerances are non-immune-mediated reactions to certain foods, often due to enzyme deficiencies or sensitivity to additives. Unlike celiac disease, they do not cause autoimmune damage. Common types of food intolerances. 1. Lactose intolerance, caused by lactase deficiency, leading to inability to digest lactose. Symptoms, bloating, gas, diarrhea, and cramps after consuming dairy products. Diagnosis, hydrogen breath test or elimination diet. Treatment, lactase enzyme supplements or dairy-free diets. 2. Fructose malabsorption, inability to properly absorb fructose from foods like honey, fruit, and high fructose corn syrup. Symptoms, bloating, diarrhea, and abdominal pain. Treatment, low fructose diet. 3. FODMAP intolerance, sensitivity to fermentable oligosaccharides, disaccharides, monosaccharides, and polyols. associated with irritable bowel syndrome, IBS. Treatment, low FODMAP diet with gradual reintroduction. 4. Histamine intolerance, triggered by histamine-rich foods like aged cheeses, wine, and fermented products. Symptoms, flushing, headaches, hives, or palpitations. Treatment, antihistamines and low histamine diets. How to differentiate celiac disease from food intolerances. Celiac disease involves autoimmune damage, requires a gluten-free diet for life, and carries risks for malabsorption and intestinal lymphoma. Food intolerances are non-immune, do not damage the gut, and can often be managed with dietary modifications or enzymes. Key takeaways. Celiac disease is an autoimmune condition triggered by gluten, leading to intestinal damage and malabsorption. Diagnosis involves antibody testing and intestinal biopsy, followed by lifelong adherence to a gluten-free diet. Food intolerances are non-immune reactions that cause GI symptoms without causing intestinal damage and can often be managed through diet or enzymes. Early diagnosis and dietary modifications can prevent complications and improve quality of life. That's it for today's episode of Pathora Medicine in 5 Minutes. Don't forget to subscribe, share, and leave us a review. Thanks for tuning in, and as always, stay curious and keep learning.